Hi everyone, as I promised you, I'm back with one more video to clarify all your doubts regarding the future tense. So let's find out what is future tense. As we all know, future tense is something which we use to refer to some incident or some action which takes place or which will take place in future. So let's find out what all future tenses do we have, and we will clarify all our doubts regarding the same. So we have simple future tense. Now, what is simple future? If I have to talk about simple future is something where we use it to talk about certain actions which we cannot control or which we don't have control on. So, if I have to give an example, let me give you the first example here. I shall be 20 next Saturday. So what I'm saying here is I shall be 20 years of age next Saturday. So can I control it regardless of whether I want it or I don't want it? But next Saturday I will turn 20 years. Okay, don't get confused. This is not my age, but yes, I'm just giving an example. So I shall be 20 next Saturday. I cannot control that. So we are talking about an action in the future as a fact, and when we refer to that action, we will use simple future. The action which we cannot control, which regardless of whether we want or don't want, will happen. Let's move on to the second example, which is it will be Diwali in a week. So Diwali, as we all know, we celebrate Diwali, and Diwali will happen. It will definitely come regardless of whether I like it or I don't like it. But it is something which I cannot control. So when I refer to that kind of actions, I will use simple future. It will be Diwali in a week. Okay, let's go back, or let's move on to the next one, which is future continuous. What is future continuous? Here we are talking about an action which will be happening in the future. So which will continue in future time. And when we refer to those kind of action, we will use future continuous tense. So let me give you an example here. Deepak will be flying at this time tomorrow. So what I'm saying, once again, I'm saying Deepak will be flying at this time tomorrow. So this is an action which, as we talk, it is not yet started. It has not yet started. But then what I'm saying is, or I believe, Deepak will be flying tomorrow by at this time. So I'm referring to an action which didn't even start or which hasn't even started. But I hope or I believe he will be doing this, or there will be a continuation of that action in future. And when I refer to that kind of action, I'll use continuous, which is future continuous. Let's move on to the second example, which is I shall be staying here till Sunday. So what am I saying? I'm saying I shall be staying here till Sunday. So I intend, or I shall be staying. So this particular action, what we are referring to, that action will continue. It will continue happening in the future. And that is what we use future continuous for. Let's move on to the third one, which is future perfect. Now, future perfect is something which we use to refer to an action which we believe that action will be completed at certain point in the future. So what am I saying? I'm saying I am referring to an action, or I will be referring to an action through this future perfect tense that action, that particular action will get over or will be finished by a certain time in future. So let's find out how that works. So what I'm saying here is Jatin will have left by the time we reach his house. So what am I saying? Jatin, who is my friend, he will have left the house. So by that time in future, he will have left. As we talk, has he left? I don't know. But my belief or my understanding is by the time we reach to his house, he will have left. Is that clear for you guys? I hope this is clear. And the next example is I shall have written my exercise by tomorrow afternoon. So once again, what am I saying? Have I written it already? No, I have not. Have I started it? That also possibly. But what am I saying? I did not finish it, or neither I am writing it at this time, or I may be writing it at this time. That is not important. What is important is I am saying I shall have written. So I'm talking something in future. I plan that it will be done. So what am I saying? I shall have written my exercise by tomorrow afternoon. And that is when we will use future perfect. So future perfect is used to refer to those actions which we believe will be completed by a certain period of time in future. But as we talk, it is not yet done. But I believe it will be done by the time or to a certain time in future, what I am referring to. And then last one, which is future perfect continuous. Now once again, as we spoke about past perfect, we have to pay a little attention here as well. So future perfect continuous, we use this tense to refer to an action in future. So there are, I will give you a very nice example, as in very relevant example, not nice, I would say relevant example where, so take my example. So it's been almost maybe, for a hypothetical figure, it's not 20, but then let me take it as 16 years, okay, of my coaching career. So let me see now, or 15 years, I'm not too sure exactly how, but 16 or 15 or 16 is what I think it should be. Okay, so what I'm saying here is I will have been coaching for 15 years by next July. Have I completed it? No, I did not. But what am I saying? That 16 or 15 years of coaching will get over, or I will be completing that 15 years of coaching only if I can coach till July. So July has to come in future, and then only I will be able to complete my 15 years. So when I say that action which I started in the past and I'm doing it in present, and I will have to do it in the future to complete a cycle of an action. It is a complete cycle. To complete that cycle, the action which I started in the past, I am doing it as we talk, and I will have to keep on doing it till next July to finish my 15 years of coaching. So then only I'll be able to finish that. So when I refer to this kind of action, I will have to, or you guys will have to refer it through future perfect continuous. So let's see. I will have been coaching for 15 years by next July. Is that clear? Okay, let's move on to the next example. They will, suppose somebody is staying in a house and then they took that house maybe in the March of 2018, and when can they complete their 5 years of staying in the same house, in the same rented house or whatever house they are staying right now? So if I have to say that they will complete their 5 years of staying, then I'll have to say when. So when did they start? In 2018. Obviously they started in the past, they are still staying in the same house, and they will have been staying in the same house for 5 years by March 2023. So if they cannot stay there till March 2023, or if they fail to stay there till March 2023, they will not be able to complete their 5 years in the same house. So they started that action in the past, they are still staying in the same house, which is going on as we speak, and they will be staying till March 2023. Then only they will be completing their 5 years. So what am I saying here? They will have been staying here for 5 years by March 2023. And that is what we use future perfect continuous tense for. So I hope present, past and future tenses are clear for you guys. In case if you guys have any doubt, you know what to do. Regarding any of your question, you can comment on my videos, and I would once again thank you guys for giving me your time, giving me your love, and keep on loving me the same way. And in case if you have any doubts, please subscribe my channel and comment, and I would definitely get back to you. And you know what to do, you have my number there, you can definitely get in touch with me. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Take care.